Hi, I thought I'd just share this video showing some of the fussy cutting that I've been doing that a lot of you could be doing as well whilst you're all stopping in at home. Now, I know a lot of you have had things like this off me. If I just show you these books, the Minte Flora book, and in here there's lots of pictures of flowers, of leaves, berries, all sorts of things that you can cut out. And also another book is the frame book. Lots of lovely frames in there that you can cut out and keep for your card making projects. So what I've been doing is I've spent each evening whilst I'm watching TV just cutting out all the flowers, all the shapes, popping them into little containers. So you can see here just a few that I've cut out. Got some flowers, here we go, some leaves. Okay, these are some of the frames that I've cut out. I've just got to cut the centres out, so I'll do those on my craft mat with a ruler and a sharp knife. So lots of lots of frames there. Then I've been cutting out the leaves as well. Now with some of them, I don't know if you can see this actually, I've cut with like a little white border all the way around. What I did find though with this book, this one here, is if I can just show you closely, some of these, they're so close to each other that actually you can't do a white border. So some of them I've actually had to cut on the edge of the colour of the leaf, if you know what I mean. But like that one, for example, there was enough space to cut round with a bit of a white border. But that's just personal choice. So lots of shapes I've been cutting there. I've got more boxes here with bits that I've cut out, not just from those books, but other element sheets that I know a lot of you have had from me. A lot of papers that we have in our stash have got elements that we can cut out. And what I do is I just keep them all safe, because then obviously when I make a card, I've got plenty to use to add. Also, what I've been doing is as I've cut them, I've got some A4 envelopes here. Now these are some of the Minte element sheets that I've cut out and the Scrap and Me. So what I've literally done is just put the name of the design on there, and then inside are all the bits that I've cut. Now that way, when I do want to make a card and I'm using, for example, the love letters papers, I know I've got the elements cut out ready to add to it. So I've got quite a few there that I've cut out ready. That's just a selection of leaves on that one. So lots there. I also had some of these which I've had in my stash for ages, which are these like wallets which I had from Wilko's, and of course you can see through these ones. So I've actually used some of these for some of the elements. So it's just little ideas of things that you can do, you know, pass the time away whilst we're all having to stop at home. A good sharp pair of scissors. So if I just show you how I've cut some of these out, let me find something that's where did I just put that one? Just one second. I just put something down here. Oh yeah, here we go. So just as an example, right, these leaves here. Okay, so all I do is, well, this one I think I'm going to have to cut on the edge because the next leaf to it is so close. So I'm just going to cut round the leaf itself. Okay, like that. So there we go. I've got a leaf cut out there. If I have got a bit of white showing there that I don't want now, I can now go back to it and just trim it off slightly. So I can add that now to all my leaf collection. All of these obviously are great. So once you make your cards, you can just use them to like slot behind the frames, the flowers you put on the leaves, whatever, and just use it to build up on your cards. So that's just a little idea for you to pass the time away on an evening or in the daytime whilst we're all having to stay in. You'll be surprised how quickly you can actually cut bits and pieces out. I know there's several of you out there who've had a lot of the element sheets from me and the element books. And you love your fussy cutting. I know some of you aren't so keen, but whilst we've got the time, you know, you might as well do it. And then hopefully, like me, you'll have a big stash of elements that you can use to add onto your cards and your projects.